everyone, Scott Colley, West Ham fan, TV. Back again with your big match preview, back for the season by Ledbrooks, who are giving you the opportunity to boost the odds in your selections. Click the link in the description below to find out more details. Tough fixture, 6-pointer again, away to Bournemouth on Boxing Day. The Newcastle defeat, you know, let's be honest, it weren't good enough. You can't go into games like that thinking you're going to win. The attitude of some of the players was awful. You know, Arnautovic again was absolutely superb in my opinion. Man of the match by far for us. Masuaku did play well, but I don't think he completed a cross in the whole game, which is very disappointing for someone who skips down the wing the way he does. You know, apologies as there was no post-match pint for the Newcastle game. We had camera problems, so there will be a post-match pint for Bournemouth where we will cover the Newcastle game and also the Arsenal Cup game. So, you know, apologies again for that. Said Bournemouth, going to be tricky, big 6-pointer. They're reeling after a 4-0 defeat against Manchester City. So they're going to be looking at this game as one that they can bounce back. You know, with before the fixture against Newcastle, we were looking at Newcastle and Bournemouth thinking, right, 4 points out of these two games will be absolutely perfect. We go and lose to Newcastle the way we did. To be fair, better finishing by them, it could easily have been 6-2. So, you know, we did get off lightly. I know as I said, I know we had the better possession and the better chances, but, you know, the chances that we did give them, and they had pace. Bournemouth have got players with pace, you know, so that's something else we've got to be wary of. Last time we went down to Bournemouth, we did lose 3-2. King scoring a hat-trick. This is the 10th time the two sides have met. West Ham are on top at the moment with 5 wins, 2 draws, 2 losses. The 2 losses both coming in the Premier League. Both times West Ham have lost to Bournemouth. A Bournemouth player has scored a hat-trick. So, you know, I said an interesting stat on that one. Bournemouth's run of form going into this one. As I said, they did lose 4-0 to Manchester City. They're without a win in their last 8, and they've only scored 1 goal in their last 4 games. Roll on West Ham. You know, we are the Christmas gift that keeps giving when teams are on such a bad run or a player's on a bad run of form. So, you know, let's hope that the Newcastle defeat has kicked the guys up the backside, you know, and they will go out there and get 3 points and a much needed win against Bournemouth. When we look at injury wise, obviously we're still without Sam Byram and Jose Font. Noble and Fernandez are doubts for the game. Hopefully one of them will be back because we need, to be honest, we need Noble back in the midfield because Obiang and Cech cannot play together. I think it showed that against Newcastle. Lanzini's back after suspension, which will be a big boost, you know, a bit more creativity, and he's going to be fresh, having a whole week off with no games because obviously he missed the Arsenal game as well. So big boost having him back. Bournemouth have got quite a few injuries. Federici, Mings, Smith and Defoe and Stanislas who limped off against Man City. Defoe and Stanislas both being out, a massive boost for us in my opinion. And they've got doubts over Daniels, King, Benafa. You know, again, good players there. So, you know, it could be boosted if they're not playing. I expect Bournemouth to line up a 4-5-1 with Callum Wilson leading the line. He is the danger man. You know, he's got 3 goals so far this season for Bournemouth, I do believe, in the league, and that coming a hat-trick against Huddersfield. But he's a player who I've liked for quite a while. Again, another player that I would have liked to see West Ham go in for. I know he's had a couple of serious injuries that have sort of hampered his career of late, but, you know, he is a very talented player. Jordan Ibe is another one we need to be wary of. Got a bit of pace about him, bit of trickery. So another one we need to keep an eye on. With us, do we change our system? I very much doubt we will. You know, I'm hoping we'll see a bit of a change in personnel. Be interesting to see if Zabaleta can play back-to-back games with this quick turnaround. But starting 11-wise, I'm going to go for Adrian to continue in goal. People are blaming him for the free kick. It was a good free kick. You know, yeah, maybe he could have done better, but at the end of the day, it was a good free kick. Zabaleta, so long as he's fit to continue on the right. Winston Reid, Ogbonna, and Creswell to continue as the back three. I don't think Collins will get his place back. It seems that three are preferred by Moyes. Masuaku to continue on the left. If fit, Mark Noble to return into the midfield in place of Cheku Kyote. Alongside him will be Obiang and the return of Manuel Lanzini. Up top, Marko Arnautovic, as I said, has been our best player in the past 3 or 4 games. You know, his attitude has completely turned around since Bilic left. You know, he looks like a completely different player. 3 goals in 3 games as well in the league. So, you know, he's on a good bit of form. So hopefully he can continue that run of form against Bournemouth. And after the performance against Newcastle, I would drop Mikel Antonio. You know, he did absolutely nothing in a game. The size of this pitch being quite much smaller than obviously the London Stadium, the pitch is not as wide. I'd bring in Sacco. I know I've been saying about Sacco for a while. I know his attitude's terrible. I know, you know, he's not everyone's cup of tea. But as I said, footballing wise, goals to game ratio, and what he gives us over Hernandez and Carroll is the work rate. You know, Hernandez is an excellent striker, but outside of that box, he doesn't offer us enough. And Andy Carroll's just not got the pace to play a full 90 minutes. So that is why I go for Diafra Sacco over Antonio. Bring Hernandez and Carroll on later on in the game, you know, just to mix it up a bit. The big man, small man combination. Try and get them two playing a bit. So we've got a plan B instead of just one system going in for the whole 90 minutes, even when it's not going right. Prediction-wise, as I said, I'm absolutely useless at these predictions. So I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. I do believe someone said to me the other day, I don't think West Ham have won a game when they've conceded a goal. Well, in the Premier League, so we'll have to check. I'll have to check up on that one for the next preview. But you know, as I said, tough game. Looking forward to it though. If you fancy a cheeky bet on the 1-1 result, Ladbrokes will give you 5-1 on that. If you boost your bets, it'll be 11-2. So thank you very much for watching the preview. There obviously won't be a starting 11 show because I've covered it all in this because of a quick turnaround between games. Just want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. Fingers crossed West Ham give us a nice present after Christmas Day with 3 points. Don't forget to check out all the fan cams that will be up after the game. Post-match pint will be going up. Not sure whether it will be recorded Boxing Day night or the day after. We'll hopefully let you know on that one. But one thing left to say, come on, you irons.